Alright, welcome back. Today I'm working on this lovely model I've been working on today. Was thinking that I should probably do a stream for it instead, pretty much. Because I honestly enjoy making these things. But I'm currently setting this up to be a rig, pretty much, for posing my video covers. Video covers or even animating some intros for these edited of our gameplay. Well, we have this based on the loadout I typically do in Helldivers. So if I pull up Helldivers real quick. But it's not that much.
Super Earth.
So skip that and get in here. And I'm pretty much making this suit of armor here, which ain't the actual full edition of the suit. It is both the V7 and V8 of the Siege Breaker program. So we have the SA8, which is the heavy duty armor. I really love this, but I hate the look of the helmet. This honestly looks really, really dumb. But I do really like the headpiece of this one. But this feels too uniform and light. And I genuinely just like heavy armor when I play. So we are basically making that. In a Minecraft style, kind of. So like if I go and over here, draft painting grid, and then view and turn shading. Shading is going to be a little less on the actual full, using it in the area. Can't word. It will be less of an issue for the shading when I actually animate it, because it'll have more accurate lighting. So it is mostly just getting the basic look of it, with such as a slight highlight on the nose piece. I forgot about that. Oops. There we go. Slight highlight on the nose piece. And then we'll turn off mirror painting and set it to be a slightly darker color too. To kind of throw on that kind of a feel. Then we need a really dark for the outlines. I have no idea how to... Hello. I have no idea how to pronounce your usernames. Either of yours. So this is just block bench, and I basically just get a basic player model, and I just add bits and pieces to make it look like the actual image that it is. See, it's the chest piece and the helmet from Helldivers. And I am just making that combination on here, which is a little bit difficult, but it's not the hardest thing to do. Most of it is just implied shadows. But most of this is just using... I'm using bedrock models. It might not work. I'll figure it out. I don't think that's too good. And that feels too empty. But this ain't really built for Minecraft models. Because if this is actually put into Minecraft, this shoulder piece over here would not actually work. This down here, I forgot to fix it. Oh, that's fun. Zoom in. Go to where the texture is. Increase the scale to like triple the size. Should now be able to actually. There we go. And then if I go to animate, the animate tab, it just blows up the build for me. So I can actually see the interior. That way I can actually do the inside of the arm sleeves with a mirror paint. Then grab a few more over here. But it's mostly just trial and error to get most of this working. Grab this color so I can add a little bit more detail to some folds. And then I need to do pretty much the same thing for the torso here. But I also need to add some of the steel plating from down here. Alright, and then I can actually go in and add some of the wrinkles through the whole back of the piece. And I probably should disable mirror painting for this part so that it's not just one piece. Probably should turn off shading. It'll look a little uglier and not like the finished product. But I'll be able to actually see how it's actually posing together. Oh, wrong color. Light one. Is this the light one? That's the light one? Jeez. Kind of forgot that the dark one is darker. That's pretty much for there. And then all that's left is making the helmet actually properly look its part. So around the rim, it's actually just a slightly lighter. Uh-oh. So the texture is actually over and up. Oh, no wonder it's not working. It's too skinny. But it gets a slight trim. Oh, forgot mirror modeling is on. Wonder why it didn't. And I just put in a random spot, so somewhere in here there's going to be a stray 3 pixels. Hopefully I didn't mess up too bad. Per face UV, then I can actually grab the one that's needed, move it down to the same pixel grid. Oh, it's having a little bit of problems. I did the pixel grid to the back. Oops. Okay, that's where they are. So if I now drag this over to its proper point, oh, one up. No, still not. Which one of these is the proper face? It is the one I'm thinking it is. Oh, and I just moved it again. Alright. Then one more thing I have to do is, in the blue direction, add a 0.001 movement. So I just full zeroed out 0.001. You should be able to handle. Oh, that's why. But it's already at a point. Why drop it even more? Paint bucket fill. I extended the wrong side. Paint bucket fill right there. Is that the same piece? Nope. Color pick that. Paint bucket fill. Basically repeat on this side, edit this side, go up until I find the UV. Oh, that's the head. Find the UV on the texture map. realize the bottom's going to have the same glitch, so I still need to paint the bottom too. Alright, this side's going to have the same problem that I just fixed. So all I got to do is overlap their two textures to be on the exact same plane. And there's that being like that. And there's that being fixed. Next up is there is a slightly darker than normal color. Little ear dent kind of thing. Where it's not up there. It's a little lower. About same height as the goggles. Because I'm using a Reddit image, it's being annoying. Like always. And because I did that, up gets moved over. Up gets moved over. Paint, color pick that. Paint bucket. Bucket in there. Then that should be fixed now. So now we can just blow it up, look at the all insides. See, that's pretty much how it should go. Then we can go back to edit, just to see. So like if I would create a new animation, this is for block bench, which is animations that would actually possibly go into Minecraft. I would be able to twist just the arms here. Which I realize I should probably set this up where I can better rig it. And what I mean by that is each of these points and shoulder pieces and all that are technically all different parts. But the helmet section ain't actually a helmet. Body is the whole upper. Left arm, then left arm again. That doesn't actually have anything in it. So if we go back to edit, you can see every single part here. Which I believe I'm going to have to export this with the helmet separated. I forgot to do the under chin. I'm just going to full paint it black. Ooh, a little too far. And that looks pretty good. Bam, 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 bam. So we're going to save the armor. We're also going to save the project. And that looks amazing. Alright. So now, I forgot to get a... Oh, Ooh, there's a bunch of new things. But I do need to get a new plugin. And it should be... No. Animated Java, Bone View. That'd be... There's a lot of cool things. Baked ambient inclusion. There's a lot of cool... Ooh, noise. Okay, they really redid this. I gotta convert the model from Blockbench to Minimator. Which I need to take it to the rigging tool first, which is a model bench. There it is. I was just not doing it properly. Then, oh wait, before I do that, let's set up the rest of the actual boning. It's like, if I go back to edit mode, and I just select all of this, I can make that into a group. And the pivot on this should be about where they would connect. Like this entire chess piece needs to be pretty much connected together. So that's body, that's the chess piece. So if I'm to turn the chess piece off, oh, I just remembered one of the things I do not have. If I turn off the head view, that's what's missing. Is all of these. So if I 1, 2, 3, and then I move those into bone down here. This pretty much is being connected with the waist. This will stay on the arm, and this will be a separate folder so that that can be animated separately. So if I go to that bone, it's like that. This bone, it's not. So let's bring that up. So I don't really know much on rigging my own for model bench. So once this is exported over, I'm going to have a grand time trying to connect everything. Then down here, each of these go into their own group. Then these two. Is there any on the back? Nope. Also go into their own group. Then their pivots should actually be about where you would expect for little side panels. This pivot should be about where you would expect a knee panel to actually bend. Alright, that actually updated properly. The entire leg should be at the leg point, yep. That entire leg should be at the leg point. Those two actually connect properly. Then the helmet is the helmet itself. But I think that's actually properly rigged. Let's turn back on the helmet, which is within body. File, export, my animator file. All right, and then we should be able to use what's it called? Model bench. New model. This is way different. I forgot to even adjust settings. Generic. Dark theme, darker theme, darker theme, orange accents. That feels way better already. Okay, file, import model. And then I go to where I just saved that. Like I was expecting. Some things are a little busted. But this should have been the same model. Eesh, a lot of things are actually just moved around. Did I forget to save the Why is it a 2D plane? And it seems like some textures are just slightly shifted. Alright. Alright, that's how to fix some of this geometry. And it's got slightly different controls. So if I set this to 0, then pivot to a line, and then pivot this upwards pretty much. I do know these are supposed to actually be tilted until they aren't visible. Or pretty much. Isn't that how I set it up? Within Blockbench. Oh, I never did actually set them up all the way. So it's got a little triangle there, and it's got a gap between the nose. Rotation 40, 45, 49. How about I just try and put in the same? I don't want to zero that out. So it's reversed by the looks of it, kind of. No, I don't want it there. Alright, never mind. Undo, undo. And that one I forgot to do. Well, that sucks. Thought model bench could use smaller than a pixel. Hmm. Looks like checkers. UV editor. There we go. Oh, there's resize and scale. Alright. I prefer modeling in my block bench, but this is going to be just a bunch of pain fixing up. That's what I'm here for, though. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Pivot. Yeah, I don't think that's right. Pivot offset should be 0. Alright, that one was just shifted, so that's fine. Now we have this annoying thing. All the way down here. Alright. That's pretty fixed. I don't know how to actually smooth that out. I don't know how this messed up that bad, though. And then it should just be a scale tool. Set it to 1. So this whole entire 1 to 1. Hey, geez, slow. Is this leg also messed up? There it is. So the UV rewrap is... Oh. That corner's working. Where is it? There's that, and all the way in there. So if I set this to a 0, then negative 70. Actually set that to 180 again. No. That's why. It's not negative 70. That's why it wasn't working. Then I just move it back into place. Then do the same for this knee. Make it positive 70. Actually, I think 180 actually works better. Just need to fix the texture. Scale tool. Jeez, slow down, stupid thing. So it's about a pixel. So it's barely even visible. This side, it's way more visible. Move the camera when I'm trying to move the camera. Jeez, these controls are annoying. Alright. Scale tool. Scale it. You know what? Set its rotation to 0. I don't like having to hold shift to be able to actually move my camera without flying. Alright, that's better. That's not. Alright. Then if I Alright, that's fixed. Whichever one's that one broken is annoying. Zero 0.002. Alright. Okay, I gotta learn Control F is how to actually move around. Ooh, that thing's really messed up. What are these two? Is there really 4 in there? Oh, that's a duplicate of that arm. Is that? Because mere modeling. Alright. So if I go back and look where it is, I just remembered I can't actually separate them. Because those two, then these two. But these are meant to be down here. Is there a way to UV unwrap? Hmm. I might have to redo this part of the texture. What about this other piece? I don't think I remapped the UV. No, I did not remap that UV. So that one should be fine. Oh, the interior can't be seen. Let me work on this specific piece. So that is supposed to be that spot. These ones need to be orange. Ah. Alright, so that's the actual scale. So if I now move this, alright. Replace the original. Ooh, the UV and texture don't update. Paint your lips. Ah. So saving the model one, replace the model for this one. So it keeps what the current texture is instead of whatever I just repainted. All right. Then reopen it. Yeah. There you go. UV updated. Move. Down to there. Okay, it goes up to about the eye. Okay, it goes up to the eye. Just feels weird without the little ridge. So that's pretty much that. Yeah, that wouldn't animate well. Okay, so position is not -7. Might just be -7. Like I can move the pivot of all these, but when I go to the bone, I'm unable to move the pivot. Excuse me. So waist makes sense. So if I go open my animator, seems like there might be a static on the stream. Alright. So if I say open up my arc raiders, then grab a new character, we'll just put them in flat mode. Great, put them there. Ignore everything else. I could easily grab the arm and rotate amongst that point. Is it constraints for it then? Because this bone is obviously not right. Head bone ain't right. Arm bones are. Huh. So that's obviously not the right axis. Y-axis. Almost there. So last would be Z. And that's obviously not it either. What's a nert bend? Looks like pretty much the same thing. Is it actually the x-axis? Seems like it might be. So if I do lower and joint, low, alright, that's mostly there. So up a little more. Alright, got the arm working there, mostly. So like 2. And it's not 2. So 3 would pretty much be it. 3.5? 3.5 would be it. Alright. I want this bone to stay a part of the top, though. But I want it above these pieces. What if I put this above and put arm inside the bone? Put it inside bone. Blech. It just dies. But if I say was grabbing the left arm and was animating, that can freely be moved. And then the shoulder needs to be moved to the right position now. All sorts of fun, yeah. Lots of fixing. And I haven't even fixed the back pieces yet either. I just realized it's actually the shoulder. Actually, what am I doing? If I undo all this, leave just the left arm how it was, turn off bending entirely, add new part, and in that part would be both of these two. So left arm will be the shoulder and all of that stuff. Then this piece can have a bend. On the x-axis, and that would be about here, with the part being lower. I don't like the way this program runs. Alright, that should be a little better. So I can set that to 0. That point right there. That point's right there. Then I repeat over here. Add element part. New part. Move these two parts to it. Let's see what's the joint offset is -4 point. Let's set this back to being a 0. -3.5 with a I'll keep the maximum in like that for now. Now repeat this over here with x-axis, lower, and a -3.5. Oh, I can make it where it ends at a certain point. So if I set this like -5, just messing with it. Alright, that just lets me bend it like normal. If I do -3, it can't. Can it do a positive? It can do a positive. Size 4 bend. Seems to be the normal. Ooh, noodle. So 0, slowly increase. 4, it warps a bunch. And then it turns into just a noodle. I think 4 will just be fine. No custom bend. That sets default angle back to being 0. No, not 9, 0. And some more fun parts are going to be the legs with the same problem. So this and this are following along with the actual bend. So let's add a new part element. Grab these 3. Make it be able to bend at the x-axis. Lower joint offset will probably be negative 3.5 again. It is not. And I do need the knee piece connected. So now if this gets rotated, alright, then we'll go to negative 4.5. Almost there. 5.5. Still just barely missing it. 6, 7.5. Ugh. That just don't look right. I think I'll have to stay with the 5.5. Set that back to 0. So it's negative 5.5, lower. Let's go to the right leg. Create a new part. It is bone 6. That also goes in that new part. Negative 5.5. And, oh, forgot to set to lower. Now lower works. Oh, now lower works. So if I get like the bend tool, click him, it's gonna be that kind of pain. Can a part be put in another part? Nope. So this, funny shoulder. I don't know how to do IK. So easy tipping. Then we say next part down is here, which is waist. Waist and body are pretty much the same. Can I just move everything? From body. There's no shift click? Is there at least? No. That sucks. Move all of this from body to waist. If we do y-axis, which is, like I'm thinking, X, Y, Z, so we can turn the body, tip the back, and twist. So all of these will be set to 0. So if I say was wanting to turn the body, it would be turnable. Chest piece is just fine. Chest piece is just fine. Alright. Now the head is going to be the fun part. Because its rotation point is not right. So set all of its positioning to 0. And get everything from head into helmet. And then I should be able to just move helmet to the same point. Then if I do head and then I do rotate tool, can of course rotate. Brum, 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 brum. Okay, I think it's pretty well done. I just need to fix up the back. So first off, I need to go find where that is. That is up here with a iron golem T. So it's next to the iron golem T. Is it just not properly lined? It was not properly aligned. This one needs shuffled over, obviously. This one's barely holding in there. Pretty much needs the same thing. I don't know why its texture is that messed up. You're supposed to be aligned with the grid. There we go. Is yours also that messed up? No? I think that's pretty much it. Alright. Oh wait, knuckles. Forgot to fix the knuckles. UV wrapping. Then get the scale tool. And it's going to scale away, isn't it? Yep. Scale is 1.1, pretty much. And then just moved until it physically looks good. Oh, almost forgot one. This little annoying thing. File, save model. Alright. Now if we go over to Blockbench here, we should be able to custom model, browse, and then go to the proper folder. And there we go, we got him. Still a little bit of shift in IDFX. But say I wanted it in the Barony cover. Can easily put them in. Wait, which hand do you do the salute in? Uh-oh. almost made it undemocratical. And then because it's easy, I can just fake it till I make it. Actually, I could just make touching this make all of that turn. Or I can keep it separate for now. Excuse me. And then we can easily put a helldiver in the back of our barony cover. But I am gonna just pop them out of here. There it is. Make helldivers2 cover. Save. Then I can just start deleting all of these assets. I wasn't even in full render mode. Why did I remove him? There you go. Oh, wrong light. Remove these 2 extra Steves. Bow, 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 bow. Then could easily add, let's say we move the light up. We make a duplicate light, bring it down. Bring it underneath and give it a red. Or even just a red. Then a blue backlight. Oh, other way around. I mean, this thing's not even that bright, is it? No. I say no as it's 300% strong. I could easily change its material to metallic. Slight bit of emissiveness just so it stands out. There we go. It still goes by that. Goes by the lowest of its connectors. But look at that cinema. I know it's why it's feeling odd. Shoulder ain't coming with. And let's say we go to project properties, environment, ground, change the floor texture. And we could basically just remove all of this. Actually, it'd be easier if I just go to new model, remove it. And I forgot, I can't actually do that. So I guess it is just... almost deleted them. Oh, don't remove the light. I ain't even clicking on the light boundary either. If I remove his emissiveness, it's kind of a lot less noticeable. Actually, I could easily remove the floor. I forgot. Brr. Could easily make it a brighter blue, but that tones everything out. Then make an underglow. duplicate, bring one over here, change this one to a bright white, and this one to a deeper blue. Rendering it really causes some fuzziness. That's no bueno. But that's better. Actually, what if I scale down? Scale, combine scale. It's normal helldiver size. But the Minecraft size honestly feels better. Render image. Let me go look and find that. Oh. Well. Ugh. That's because it's not on full render. Flat, shaded, render. But I think that will be the end of today's stream. That was honestly really fun to actually get him working. And in the background, I'll actually be setting up a little cover for all of our streams and even custom ones for doing videos. We'll have a separate cover than the actual live stream covers. And I hope to do some nice animations with this guy. Hopefully actually fix up some of the other bugs. But thank you all for being here today. And I'll see you all on another stream.